Hi guys, I hope you're all doing really well. So today we're doing this bold, smoky, gorgeous blue statement glittery eye, all of those words all in one. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when I upload. Here we're all about enjoying makeup and mental health awareness. So how are you? How are you feeling? What have you been up to? Let's get the conversation going in the comments below. If you're not doing too good, if you're doing really great, that's fine. Let us know. Let's talk. There's no shame. Emotions, we all have them. Let's talk about them. That's the best thing we can do. So let us know how you are. Also, don't forget, over on my Instagram, Sarah in Stars, same as my YouTube, I post positive quotes I come up with and also some updates about makeup, general kind of fun. Today's quote, it's very important. It's don't forget to see the sunshine. After all, it's shining just for you, and that is true. So hopefully you got some sunshine where you are, maybe got a beautiful moonlit sky, who knows. Either way, I hope you enjoyed today's video, I hope you're feeling good, and if not, wrap yourself up in a snuggly blanket, grab a snack, grab a drink, maybe a cheeky cocktail, and let's get on with the video. Okay, just to make a start, I've already primed my eyes. I use the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer. It is the dog's Watsons of concealers, and I use it on my eyes to prime. I don't really tend to use eye primers. I just find concealer probably going to do the same thing. If you know one that's going to change my mind, comment down below. I'm in the shade C3, and as you can see, plain base. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with this BH Cosmetics Weekend Vibes 4 brush. It's a big fluffy brush, and we are going in with my favourite Brights palette, Beauty Bay Eye Brights palette, 42 colours. It is just stunning. Absolutely love it. The pigment is just amazing. Would recommend it. I got it as a starter sort of palette for trying new makeup, but honestly, it's amazing. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to go in with the shade Daydream, this blue right here. I'm just going to get that on the brush, tap that off, a little bit of fallout, but not the end of the world. And we're just going to start by putting that all over the lid. As you can see, straight away, absolutely covered in blue pigment. Let's do another quick tap in. Because it's such a big brush, it can go all over the whole lid. I find this, it's a staple brush really. I've recently discovered it, and it's just, I'm loving it just because you straight away, lid, we've got that foundation colour down. Love it. So what we want to do, the key to this eye look, is really darkening the blues slowly, so not all at once, which is key for any eye makeup look. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take a slightly smaller fluffy blending brush, and we're just going to go to the next blue along, this one here in the shade Paradise. Again, absolutely stunning. So take it on this brush here, Weekend Vibes 8, again BH Cosmetics. You see the pink stick, you know it's BH Cosmetics. Their brushes are amazing, really good quality and really good price too. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to start blending this on the outer corner here. It doesn't have to be too focused on the crease or anything like that. We're just really focusing it just on the outer edge of the eye and just slightly blending that up. Try and avoid the centre if you can. Not too much, it's not the end of the world, but you want to leave as much of that centre eye clear as possible for now, just until the magic happens in a minute. So once we've done that, we really just want to really take time blending this. Think 80s blue vibes, guys, okay? We want 80s blue eyeshadow. That is what we want, and we really want to buff it out and really show off that gorgeous colour. As you can see, just slightly darkening it again with that Paradise shade. Tap that, just go on the inner corner there. If you get it on your nose, don't worry, I'm sat here with a blue nose, that's fine, we'll clean it up after. So let's just go in here. So tell me, blue colour you guys wear? I find sometimes I wear it, like, you know, if I want to be a bit more colourful, I have to generally be a bit more outgoing that day. If I want to wear blue, it's not something I wear all the time, but I find blue with a shimmer, obsessed, absolutely love it. It's perfect for, you could tone it down, daytime, you could do a look like this which is more nighttime, or it could be daytime if you want it to, or it's just a fun colour to really practice makeup skills with, I find. I'm no makeup artist, I'm not an expert. I just find, it's really good, like, you know, to really practice blending and shading. I mean, we can already see dimension, and that's just 2 colours. So what we're going to do then, on the same brush, so I'm just going to take this shade, it's a shimmery shade. If I just, the shade Splash, just here, it's quite a big palette on sheet. And if I do a swatch on my hand here, you can see the slight shimmer, and that's fine. A little bit of shimmer really just helps. You can never have too much shimmer. So we're going to take that colour, really pack that on the brush there, tap it off again, a little bit of fallout, that's fine, because we started with the eyes. If you don't like starting with the eyes with a sort of, with a look like this, then maybe the fallout might bother you a little bit, but it's really not that much to be too noticeable. And what we're going to do is we're going to really concentrate this colour now more on the outer corner and blending into that crease there. Not too far in, and it doesn't have to be too precise, but we want it to be more centred on the corner there. As you can see, we're just really making sure that's nice and blended. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with that, and I'm going to put that on the centre corner, just there. And really, really blend that. There we go. Okay. Don't worry about any harsh lines or anything, we don't want any of those, but we're going to go back in with our pale colour and a big fluffy brush at the end, saving grace for this type of look. Again, love it. We'll go back in with that, so don't worry too much. Really gonna focus that colour. Okay, next I want to take another BH Cosmetics brush. This is the number 10 brush on the same Weekend Vibe set, and we're going to go in with this dark blue, this Riviera shade here, this shimmery blue, gorgeous. We really want to pack that colour on, okay, coat the brush, as you can see, and we're really going to focus that right in the centre here, right in this corner, right between where the tape is and the eye and the crease, and right there, because we really want to add that lovely, lovely, gorgeous depth we can see here. We're just going to blend that. Again, nice, bright 80s mermaid vibes. Again, don't be afraid to go back in with this colour, because you really do want lots of it on the eye. It really is the sort of standout colour when the look is finished. So if we really just ensure it's all nice and blended, but for now, let's focus on packing it. We can go back in with the blending brush. On the inner corner, we're creating a halo eye, and we are going to pop some concealer and slightly cut the crease there in the centre, just to really make the shimmer pop. So try and keep the blue centred on the inner corner. Again, don't worry if it gets on your nose, we can clean that up in a sec. So let's just really blend that absolutely gorgeous, deep, indigo-y blue. There we go. Okay, and what I'm going to do on the same brush is take, it might be a little bit strange, but we really want to deepen up that outer corner, as you can see there with where the wing is. So we're going to take this deep grey here, just one before the black, we don't quite want black, it's called Threat, top here. I'm going to take just the tiniest dab, literally dab in it, tap it off, don't want too much at all, and we're just going to pop that just on the outer corner, just there. So it really just seals the deal really with the colour, really deepens it, and it really does make the difference. When we take the tape off and it doesn't look as crazy, gorgeous. So we're just gonna pop that in there, maybe go in with another couple of taps. We don't want to add this to the inner corner because we don't want to bring the eye in too much. We don't want it too dark in the corner, make the eye appear smaller. So we just want just on the outer corner there. Okay, I think what we're going to do now, go back in with our medium fluffy brush. This was 8. Go back in with that Paradise shade, just there, tap off most of it, and we're just going to go over that, just blend in it. Very, just literally tap, 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 and blend, blend, blend. Okay, and like I said, big blue fluffy brush, 1 tap, really don't need much. We're basically just going to use what's already on the brush and just ensure everything's all blended nicely. Now, don't worry if some of the pigment has been, you know, cooled down, toned down with the deep Riviera shade. We are going to deepen up in a minute, but what we're going to do, okay, next step, it's another fairly, I wouldn't say drugstore, but it's affordable palette, Morphe palette, the Artistry palette, and what I'm going to do is we are going to be using this shade right here. Hasn't quite got a name on it, but it's the first one in the palette. Before we do that though, I do want to pop a little bit of concealer on the centre just to really make it stand out, make the colour stand out. So what I'm going to do, take my concealer, I'm using the Winkylux one, it's a tiny one I got in my Birchbox. I'm going to take that, PEEPER Perfect, tiny bit on the back of my hand, really, really tiny amount. Flat brush. I find I don't want one that's too precise for this, but you don't want to be too soft either. So just take that tiny bit there, tiny bit. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pop that on the centre here, just like so. Okay, so we're not trying to make this so precise that, you know, you can't see any blue through, anything like that, because the blue hues poking through the silver create, you know, the gradient, but we just want to really make sure that the silver can really shine. So what I'm going to do, just look up, look around, that's it. Okay. As you can see, not perfect, doesn't have to be, we're not creating any harsh edges, as I say. So we've got that on there like that, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our Artistry palette, with this shade here, and we're just going to pop that on there like that, just like so, really gently, really gently. There we go. We just want a nice base, because in a minute we're about to put a really intense shimmer on, and this will just really just help add a base for that. Okay. Okay. Now, we take a clean, fluffy brush. This is a Tarte brush, absolute favourite brush in the whole entire world, and just go on the edges of that and just blend it in. We don't want to add any extra product at the moment. We literally just want to ensure that that is just nice and blended and tucked in there. There we go. Let me just go over the edge there. Okay, because you can see we're going to bring the silver up, but we still want that blue. We still want that blue. So what we're going to do before we add the silver on top is we're going to go back in with that really deep shade and our packing brush from BH Cosmetics. Same brush, that Riviera shade, tap off the excess, and we're just going to reinforce, if you will, the colours just in the centre. There we go. And it really does look stunning. Okay, as you can see, there is fallout. That's fine. We can sort that in a minute. We just need to ensure we've got that colour on there, just like so. Back in with this brush again, tap it off excess, and just ensure that we've got that gorgeous blue of the Paradise shade. It's kind of a really staple shade in this look. go. Really just soft, beautiful and soft. That's what we want. We just want it to be soft. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the MAC It's About Shine Dazzle Shadow on the shimmer here. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, if I just do a swipe there on my hand, it's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to take that and just press that on. The pigment is amazing. You don't need to spray it with any setting sprays or anything like some glitters do, because it's a slightly pressed pigment. It's gorgeous and soft and just silky smooth, and it just goes on like a dream, and you get that pigment straight away, as you can see. Of course, we'll go back in and just check everything's all blended in a minute. Go back in, big brush, just ensure that's all nice and soft there. Just ensure that's the same the other side. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous shimmers. I find these Dazzle shadows by MAC, they are, I mean, I've had mine for months and I've barely made a dent in mine. They are amazing. They are, you know, they're just so pigmented, and the fact you don't need to spray them. If you want to spray them and make them more of a sort of paste, I suppose, if you know, sort of, you can paint on more, you can do that, but honestly you can do that with a brush or with your finger without it at all, and it just really adds something. Just a little pop there. I couldn't live without them. I find they're absolutely wonderful. So we've got that eyeshadow finished there. What we're going to do now is, I know I can't do a winged eyeliner without my tape, so I'm just going to quickly do a wing, quite a dramatic wing, come out to the blue, pop on some mascara, and I'll be right back. We are back. I have applied my liner. I've just done a wing, very simple, dramatic eyeliner wing. For the eyeliner, I used my Rimmel London Exaggerate eyeliner. Looks like this, works really well, drugstore, brilliant. And for my mascara, I used Tarte. A little sample I got with an eye palette, the Tarteist Pro, and it is brilliant. I'm quite lucky naturally. I find I don't need false eyelashes, I just need a good mascara. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to film the face, because I want the eyes to be the centre of the look, this tutorial. I'm going to sort of speed you guys through it. I'll show you the products I use, and then I'll see you back at the end. I'll stop and quickly say I'm absolutely obsessed with how this this, I'm half asleep today, I cannot speak. This foundation and primer mix are going, both drugstore. The foundation is £5, this about £8. W7 like glass, keep it glassy. It literally makes your skin glowy and like glass, and honestly, now what we're going to do is I'm going to do some bronzing. We've got a very simple base on. What we want to do is just add a little bit of dimension. That's what I want to do to the face. That's what I want to do. Just under the eyes, I just want to powder those down. So I'm going to use the RCMA Original No Colour Powder. It's a loose powder. Honestly, it works really, really well. I'm going to take the lid of my Jeffree Star powder here. I'm just going to tap some in. Probably won't need to use that much, but we'll do. I'm going to use my brushwork sponge. Just pat that in like that on the flat surface. Tap off any excess. Pat that in. And I'm just going to place this under the eyes just to really clean up that wing. It's a bake, but it's not too heavy of a bake. I don't like to bake too intensely, just to really sharpen that wing there and set under the eyes. And we'll do the same on the other side. Really, really flawless. Looks really, really nice on the skin. So, next step, bronzer. One of my favourites. As I said, I want to keep the face simple. The focus is really on the eyes with this look. So I'm just going to take my GRWM LALA Beauty bronzer in the shade Ibiza. It's so richly pigmented. I'm literally just going to tap. There is a lot of fallout with this product, so it is worth mentioning. There is a lot. If I tap that, you can see there, it's lots, but it's very pigmented. So if I just bring that down here and just work that onto my cheek, and that's my temples. Trying to work my light in, don't mind me. Okay, next, love it, blusher. I'm going in with another BH Cosmetics product, the Chocolate Cherry Truffle 4-colour blush palette, this one here. Gorgeous. They were deeper than I thought they'd be when I bought them, so I mostly use this shade, that dab. But what we're going to do today is we are going to use this pale one and a flush, because obviously with such an intense eye we don't want a really intense cheek. So take our BH Cosmetics brush one. I'm just going to tap in there, tap it off, and just pop a little bit of a flush of colour into the cheeks. Bring that up because that is how I enjoy my blush at the moment. A few more taps, other side, and they do smell really nice. Smell like sweets. I would definitely recommend this palette if you're new to blush and don't really know what to expect. I never really wore blush. It was always something I just sort of avoided really. But now I do wear it. I found that this palette was really good, and it's just a couple of shades. I mean, for this one, for example, I might use more as a bronzy shade because it really is more of a brown tone. Someone of a deeper skin tone, that would look stunning as a blush. And that one, I just swatched all of these for you. This one on a deeper complexion would look gorgeous, really on the apples of the cheeks, would look stunning. So yeah, that is definitely a product I would recommend. Next step, really excited, highlighter. A new highlighter to try. It's W7 Killer Glow Highlight Shimmer Strobe in the shade Crime Sheen. It is glittery and beautiful. I've swatched it, as you can see, there's a real shimmer there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my highlighting brush and let's give it a whirl. I've never tried this before on my face. Let's just apply lots to the brush there and let's see what happens. Or what doesn't. Either works, that's fine. Okay, what's happening? Oh. Okay, so we have a subtle sheen. Very subtle glittery sheen there. I'm thinking this might work best as a topper on top of another one. So what we'll do is we'll take my dull light, like a diamond highlighter, Dull Beauty here. Stunning. Give it a whirl. I'll pop some of that on top. Immediately we can see glow. Gorgeous. Obsessed with this highlighter, my new discovery. Blend that in. And with that other one, it adds pop, but I think I'm going to continue with this one. I just want to add glowy skin. Glowy skin. Gorgeous. Basically, when people look at you, they just want to see a star, because that's what you are. This, not 100% sure on. It's glittery, shimmery, might work really well as an eyeshadow. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's pop some on, see what happens. But I'm not 100% convinced. Maybe it's an everyday, very subtle highlight, but I have to admit there are other drugstore ones of a similar price that work just as well. So if we just pop that on, see if it adds any effect. You can see there is definitely, it definitely is, you know, a shine. Just think as a highlighter. Definitely more of a subtle vibe. If that's your thing, definitely worth it because it is cheap. Very much so. So, highlighted. And what we're going to do, just finish off the eyes, is just on the lower lash line. I'm debating blue or add a pop of pink. I'm not sure. I think I want to add a pop of pink. So I'm going to take this brush. This is an Eco Tools brush. Just a packing, general sort of packing bendy brush. And what I'm going to do is take this end and this Make Them Wink neon pink. I'm going to pop that underneath. Like that. Some fall out. And we're just going to go in underneath. And that is just completely sealed the deal for me. I think what I want to do, final step, highlight that inner corner, the Doll Beauty highlighter, with this little brush here. It's a Beige Cosmetics 11 brush, and really, really tiny. Take a little bit of that, pop that on the inner corner there. I did a little bit earlier, but we'll just put some more on. And then I'm going to put some on this side. And it just adds that little something. Put some brow bone there as well. Brows, brow wiz, feathery brows, soft brows, gorgeous. I'm not huge on doing my brows. I find I don't need to, but I said in my previous video, that's just my preference. Obviously, whichever brow look you decide would look good for this, go for that. But what we're going to do is we're just going to finish off. I'm going to take my iconic London spray, setting spray, Prep Set Glow. Got both shades. I'm going to go for the darker one today. I'm just going to give this a spritz. Really shiny, beautiful finish. And there you have it. That's today's look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead, give it a like and a subscribe. Hit that notification bell button so you know when I next upload. We're all about mental health, positivity, being happy, having fun with makeup. I really, really hope you're doing okay. Enjoy the rest of your day. Lots of love, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.